Happy holidays, everyone. We're here with Officer Chavarria with the Medley Police Department, who's going to be sharing with us today some tips and tricks on how to protect our identity. How are you, Officer?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. And we know that identity theft is becoming very common nowadays. What tips can you give us to protect ourselves from identity theft?
We have seen an increase and spike on the identity thefts and the phone scams. So things to keep in mind is if somebody calls you or alleging from a company that you owe the money, normally would get a phone call, the ones we see from the IRS, you owe us X amount of money, can you wire me the money? If it doesn't sound legitimate, it's okay to tell them, I'll call you back, research the phone number.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And call the company themselves and find out if this is legitimate. Usually those companies will not be asking you for personal information. They should already have it, anything like the social. If they're asking you for payments over the phone, but they're asking you to go get gift cards more than you're required, then that should set off an alarm.
Absolutely, and we've all gotten those calls. I got one from the IRS, another one about warrants,
Yes.
arrest warrants, I think mentioned.
I've had a call where I was given a warrant over the phone and said that if I didn't give up X amount of money, the police were on the way, which I replied, well, please have them come by.
Unbelievable. And it's interesting because in the past I've gotten the Nigerian princess scam over email, which is another method that these scammers are using to connect with us and to try and get eventually money out of us. So as far as cybersecurity, is there any kind of tips you can give us to prevent getting scammed over the internet?
If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And so what we recommend is you don't give out your information over the internet, over the phone. If just don't do it. Okay?
Yeah, no, that makes sense because who knows who's on the other end of that transaction.
And we've seen a lot of victims fall to that, unfortunately. And it's very sad, but it's preventable.
Okay, good. Well, thank you so much for discussing identity theft with us today, and hopefully we'll see those numbers decreasing because of this educational series that the Medley Police Department is helping us with. Thank you. It's always a pleasure having you, Officer Chavarria.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.